Hey everyone, this is Dave A. Gardner, and you're listening to the Heart of Juliet Jones fan fiction podcast. This is part 20 of Chasing a Dream, based on a daily vintage comic strip called The Heart of Juliet Jones, with characters and stories originally written by Elliot Kaplan and illustrated by Stan Drake in 1961. The fanfiction story you are hearing today is written by Dave A. Gardner. Welcome back to a story that has the potential to brighten your day with a mix of humor, drama, and a whole lot of heart. In our last wonderfully poignant episode, Eve Jones's failure at acting the part of Shakespeare's Juliet was quickly comforted by the dashing Glenn Sabine, the director of the Miss Teenager pageant, who was in town scouting girls for his shindig. Having a pop quiz on her talent that she would use at the pageant was hard enough. But did the assistant Pike something need to toss in his condescending 2 cents and order her milk from room service? Apparently, he was making a point. But if he was, it clearly missed its mark on its intended victim. But now that Eve's glaring failure had reduced her to tears, what would she do next? Did she even have any options left? Let's listen in to part 20, Tapping Her Unmined Genius. Even as the room service concierge wheeled in a beautifully decorated tray of drinks, Eve was gearing up for the rejection of her life. More than anything in the world, she just wanted one more shot at becoming a contestant in the most prestigious beauty contest in the world for girls her age. When trying to impress the head honcho of the whole shebang had quickly gone south, she had fallen to pieces right there in his hotel room. It was like reeling from an open-handed smack upside the noodle. Of course, there was always the possibility of choosing a different talent to be judged on apart from acting. The only other thing she was good at was that trick where she bent the tip of her ear, balanced a piece of chocolate on top, and flicked the thing clear across the room. But that was in 3rd grade and might be construed as babyish at a teenage beauty contest. She was out of practice anyway. The last time she had tried it, she had been aiming for Deirdre's open mouth. But instead of landing on target, it had sailed wide and hit Ms. Beamer smack dab in the left eye. To this day, Eve could still hear her teacher's "Miss Jones" reverberating throughout the empty hallways of Devon Elementary. No, it would have to be acting, but would she get another chance? Ironically, it was the head honcho of the pageant himself who once again swept in to her rescue and emboldened her not to give up. Glenn Sabine's words soothed her anxious heart. "If I doubted for 1 second that besides a great natural beauty," he began, "you have a distinct flair for the theater, Miss Jones, I would tell you, go back to selling gloves or bags or whatever, but that would be depriving the world of a rich reward." As she gripped her carton of milk, complete with 2 straws, Eve was mesmerized by every word that proceeded from his mouth.
Wow!
Was he actually saying these things about her? What potential could he possibly see in her, since they had only met maybe 15 minutes ago? What reward could she offer anybody? As if he could read her mind, he answered her unspoken question. "The reward of your unmined genius." She was completely entranced.
Unmined genius?
She asked. "Therefore," Mr. Sabine continued, ignoring her comment like she wasn't even in the room. It was like he was on stage and not to be disturbed by the audience of peons. This was it, Eve thought, the rejection that she'd been waiting for. "I, Glenn Sabine, not in my role as chairman of the Miss Teenager Board, but as an artist. Here it comes. Am about to make you an offer," he said.
An offer?
Came Eve's mouse-like voice from the back of her throat. Gulp. The sound of Mr. Sabine's assistant swallowing his shot of whiskey shook her from what was certain to be nothing short of the longest daydream in her young adult life. Yet it wasn't a daydream at all. This was real. He was real. This whole hotel room, it was real. She could have been dreaming it all up, but no. She refused to believe that his words meant nothing, for she was something. That was how he made her feel. That was acting. Although she was starting to believe that she had the potential of greatness, one question continued to ding around in her mind like a silver ball in a pinball machine. What sort of offer did he have in mind? Thanks again for joining us, dear listeners. As a reminder, if you're interested in reading more romantic stories by author Dave A. Gardner, be sure to check out the selection of life-changing and inspiring books listed on my website. That website address is authordaveagardner.com. That's authordaveagardner.com. You've listened to The Heart of Juliet Jones Fan Fiction Podcast. Until next time, dear listeners, may joy and peace be yours, and like Juliet, may love always bloom in your heart like a rose. And this week, we want to give a shout out to all of our beautiful, loyal listeners. Wishing you all a very Merry Christmas.